Thank you very much for your nice introduction, Mr. Chairman. So I'm going to talk about FI-Ware, FI-Ops, and FI-Labs, which are actually the pillars of the future Internet we are aiming to build. Clear signs are happening today, nowadays, that are showing us that a new digital revolution is happening. And it all has to do with the fact that the Internet is transforming into the next computer. That is our vision. This next computer is where most of the applications will be hosted, always available, seamlessly accessible from any device. But it's not just about hosting. This next computer will come with rather powerful capacities that will make it easier to connect to the physical objects, the so-called Internet of Things, that will allow to process data at large scale, even contents, in real time and perform big data analysis. Everything allowing to create applications that are much more smart than never before. So this is going to bring a rather huge impact in the way daily life happens, not only for individuals, but also for businesses. And this ultimately will have a huge impact on the economy, the competitiveness, and the creation of jobs. And there will be opportunities there for providers of this platform, but also for those who are aiming to build solutions that will transform how the different economic sectors will run their the businesses and how the different companies will become competitive, or how ultimately daily life will be much nice to live. Okay. So the Future Internet PPP is about trying to capture those opportunities. And in trying to achieve that goal, we have bring two major pillars that we believe will help Europe to be positioned to compete in the new playing field. On one side, our vision is that we have to bring an open standard platform. To understand why this is needed, we just need to make an analogy to how relevant it was the existence of technologies such as Linux or Apache or MySQL when the so-called e-business revolution took place back in the early 90s. So in this new digital revolution that will transform how businesses, how processes will run, the creation of such open alternatives are going to be key and will foster opportunities, creation of opportunities for ICT SMEs in Europe, definitely. So the question we have to ask ourselves is that should we allow that something like Linux or Apache happens luckily, or should we take the lead and make it happen? We believe that this is the case and that Europe has to make the step and really make it happen. But it's not only because of the kind of opportunities this open standard platform will bring to SMEs, entrepreneurs. It also has to do with the fact that with these open technologies, we will bring the ability to have alternative providers of the platform. And this is very important because this will allow us as application providers to choose who is going to operate the environment where my application is running, and very importantly, where my data is going to be hosted. So decisions do not need to only rely on the economic cost, the save of cost, but also the confidence, the trustworthiness of the provider. Technology is not the only pillar that we had to put in place. We also thought that we need to build around an ecosystem that will trigger the opportunities and will lower the barriers of innovation for entrepreneurs. And that is what FI-PPP, the second pillar of the program, was created. A true open innovation ecosystem, a meeting point where entrepreneurs will be able to experiment with the technology, where they will be able to showcase their ideas to potential customers or investors, and the other way around, where those customers will be able to go there, visit, and discover what entrepreneurs can do with their data and what they can do to solve their problems. These two first pillars were the ones that we put together and launched last September in the Campus Party event. So let me show you a video that illustrates.
The dream comes true. It's up to you, and I count on you. The only limit is your imagination.
I used to believe in dark rooms and wading through the shallows and testing my responses. And now this year, I'm done. Like waking up and blinking off the sun. No more. I really consider this success. 'Cause yes, the morning star burns brighter on its own. But we overflow. The hardest part of flying is letting go.
Okay. So that in that event was when we started to find out that we were in the right direction, because we first interacted for the first time with developers that really give us a very valuable feedback about what we were doing, and the fact that a platform like the one that we are developing, an environment like FI-PPP, is really something that is going to be very helpful for them. FiWare, in a nutshell, is OpenStack-based cloud architecture that comes together with a rich library of generic enablers. 3 points to take into account in its design. First of all, it is focused on making it rather easy to use, but still very powerful. Driven by implementation, all components are going to be open source, and that will faster development and also faster the transference to the market. And very importantly, sustainability ensured. So there are a strong group of partners really making sure that all these technologies will be sustainable over time. FI-PPP, again, is going to be the meeting point. A very simple concept, a place on the internet where you know that customers are bringing data, are eager to find out solutions, and where those customers know there is innovation taking place with the data, and where they can discover those entrepreneurs they are eager to find. The third pillar is FI-OPS. FI-OPS is the tool that will faster the creation of FI-Ware instances. Creation of a place where I can, based on FI-Ware technology, be able to support a commercial version of the platform and ultimately allow that business take place and innovation opportunities get materialized. So FI-OPS is the set of tools that will easy any potential FI-Ware provider to set up the nodes that will support and will make up the infrastructure that will support the FI-Ware commercial environment they will create, and the tools that will allow those nodes to be federated and connected together, and also being able to be monitored in an effective manner. FI-OPS are indeed the tools that are being used to expand FI-Lab, which started with just one node in Seville in Spain, but is now expanding to a widely distributed network of data centers all across Europe. And very nicely, we hope will even allow expansions beyond the European region, because there are other regions that have shown actually a lot of interest to embrace FI-Ware and the ecosystem we are creating around FI-Lab. FI-Ware being the technology that will allow specific domain platforms to be built by means of combining the generic enablers that FI-Ware offer with the specific enablers that are particularly suited for the particular domain problem to solve. So we will see platforms in areas and domains such as smart cities, smart agri-food, smart factories of the future, and all of this will be enabled through the fact that these technologies are a reality, are there, and can be used already. In a nutshell, the future internet is about capturing opportunities with a strategy focused on these three pillars: FI-Ware, FI-Lab, FI-OPS, enabling the definition of domain-specific platforms that will help to solve the problems that are facing in the different sectors. Born in Europe, but with an ambition to go beyond and become something really globally embraced by different regions across the world. What is genuine in the future internet PPP, and is something we have to make it clear, is that there is an actual commitment for openness and delivery to the market. Partners behind the technology have committed to make it open, not only open specifications, but open source implementations, delivered to the market and backed by those companies to ensure that it will be supported over time. Product-oriented approach rather than a project-oriented approach, because we are creating technologies, tools that will persist over time beyond the program duration. The European Commission, as you know, is really making a strong bet on FiWare, FiLab, FiOps, this environment, and we really are very thankful for this to happen. And the nice and interesting thing is that we are starting to boost the different ecosystems around FiLab. And a very good example is the smart cities. I invite you to attend one of the parallel sessions that will take place this afternoon about smart cities, where it's one of the first domains where this innovation meeting point has been able to be boosted. Several cities have already announced that they are going to connect to FiLab, making their data available as open data and helping entrepreneurs to create innovative ideas around that data. We launched a number of challenges in FiWare to explore how this ecosystem could be boosted and explored, and it was rather amazing. We launched the challenges, and we received hundreds of proposals from different entrepreneurs, startups. We had to select the best to run a final in the campus party event that took place in Brazil, and I would like to show you, just to close, a short video about that experience. Okay, just a last word to mention what is ongoing, although I will not elaborate on this very much because it was already introduced by Ilka. This was just the beginning. Now we have started a third phase where really the entrepreneurs are going to be the protagonists. And there is 100 million euros that are going to be mobilized to help them to create those ideas, to showcase those ideas on FiLab using FiWare technologies, and this is really going to be great. Many thanks.